Well, hello and welcome to another video by Financial Learning. On today's video, I'd like to talk about CleanSpark, the Bitcoin mining company. They just announced their earnings report coming out after the closing bell on December 2nd. That's this Monday at 4 p.m. And their earnings call is scheduled for 4:30 p.m. So I'd like to go ahead and jump into some of their latest news and let's discuss how their latest operating metrics look. All right, first thing I want to talk about is the amount of Bitcoin they mined in the month of November. Now, this is unaudited. This is what I have found online based off of their wallet address that has been shared by other investors. You can find this information on bitinfocharts.com. But according to my calculations, they mined a total of 622.25 Bitcoin in the month of November, and they had their highest single day at 21.61 Bitcoin. All right, and based off of November 4th's press release when they announced their October mining data, they shared their total exahash at 31.3, but I'd like to talk about what type of potential changes happened in the month of November. So let's go ahead and continue on. So if you're familiar with some of the investor presentations, you would know that CleanSpark had a co-location for a total of 100 megawatts. That was for New York as well as the grid infrastructure location there in Tennessee. So at the end of October, they did announce that they did close on that grid acquisition. So that 50 megawatts will change from co-location to being fully owned and part of CleanSpark's infrastructure. Now, they still have the same amount of exahash that they were getting for those 50 megawatts from grid. But if you do look at the PR, they did mention that they plan on a total of 400 megawatts at that grid location. So that is a very positive thing to look forward to as we finish up the calendar year 24. So besides the grid infrastructure acquisition, CleanSpark also talked about 2 locations in Clinton, Mississippi. That is going to provide them with additional 1 exahash rate, and those locations are actually supposed to become operational at the beginning of December. So with this earnings call set for December 2nd, I think that would be rather bullish information for the CleanSpark management team to share with the investors. So I'm looking forward to seeing what type of forward forecast guidance we may get, as well as some of these operational updates. All right, and if you recall on their latest investor presentation, they did share their roadmap or their path to 50 plus exahash per second, and they shared their calendar year 24 plan to be 32 plus exahash. If you recall on their latest mining report on November 4th, they were already at 31.3, so they are very much on target to finish the year above 32 exahash per second. And let's talk a little bit about those additional miners that they're supposed to have come online in fiscal year 25. So their path to 50 plus exahash breakdown, you can see here, you're going to see some of these locations that are already online, but they're going to be doing some significant hardware updates, some significant overhaul in order to get some more efficient miners at those specific locations. Remember, just because they have a specific amount of megawatts doesn't mean they're going to be most efficient. They have to make sure they're staying up to date with the latest and greatest in terms of those miners. So looking down at the bottom of the list here, you can see 2 very large batches of miners that they have planned to come online in fiscal year 25. The first is that S21 Pro, and then the second is the S21 XPIMM. We're going to go over both of those 2. I was able to find some PRs for both of those that were shared from these specific vendors. So let's go ahead and jump right into that. All right, starting with this first mining purchase order, this is for Bitmain, and this is for a total of 160 million. They put out this PR in September. They actually signed this purchase agreement in the month of August, but it is very, very large. It's about 26,000 of these miners, with the first batch of 13,000 to be delivered in Q4. So again, CleanSpark's been sharing about how they plan on scaling up in order to hit that 50 plus exahash rate. All right, and I already had this on a separate video, but just wanted to share this as well. This is that other purchase order that the company Canaan Inc. has provided their investors that CleanSpark has made. And this press release was actually on November 1st. And this was for a total of 3,800 of these Avalon A1566I miners. So again, CleanSpark continues to show how they are potentially scaling up in fiscal year 25 to be able to hit that 50 plus exahash rate. I say potentially because I wanted to go ahead and talk about this news article that came out, and this has to do with the U.S. Customs Border Patrol. The U.S. Customs Border Patrol recently reported that these Bitmain miners have been detained at the border. I'm not sure if these are CleanSpark's actually earmarked orders or not, but this is something that is impacting quite a bit of these Bitcoin miners, and that is the sanctions that could potentially come about on some of these miners. And that is because of some of the chips that are made in the country of China. If you want to read through, I'll drop a link to this specific article in the description, but just wanted to kind of bring it to your attention. So as CleanSpark is attempting to scale up to that 50 plus exahash, they are going to have to be able to get these miners delivered to where they can get them energized and be able to see more efficient mining at their facilities. All right, and that wraps it up for me. I hope you enjoyed this update about CleanSpark, some of their activities. I'm very much looking forward to hearing their earnings call by the management team after the bell rings on December 2nd, as well as looking through their full fiscal year 24 financial records. I'm also looking forward to their calendar year 24 coming to a close, maybe getting an update about how some of these other site locations are doing in terms of operations. How are they going to finish the year on their exahash rate? Are they going to hit their 32 plus target as they have there? And then I'm very much excited to see how they bring in the calendar year 25, especially with the price of Bitcoin where it's at right now. I think they are going to be one of the top, if not the top, mining company in calendar year 25. And this is just based off of this very aggressive exahash rate path that they have laid out before us all. Hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, consider giving it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Drop a comment, let me know your thoughts about CleanSpark, or let me know about what other types of content you'd like to hear me cover. And with all that being said, hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.